Welcome, everybody. It's another exciting edition of the Sports Hole. I'm your host, Luke. With me, as always, XFL Jim, Rock and Roll Maddie Goldberg. What's up, dudes? It's a rare Monday that we're back at it. No major sports going on. As far as marquee games, I wanted to do it tonight so Jim and I could both watch the Michigan-Nebraska game tomorrow.
I appreciate that.
What time is that tomorrow?
Who'd have thunk it, man? Who'd have thunk it?
Where is it and where at what time?
I think it's at Michigan this week, right?
It is at Michigan. I believe it's in the evening. It's a night game, I think.
Well, it wouldn't be in the day. Not to be
day game on a Tuesday.
It could be like afternoon, Maddie.
That's only on like MLK Day. Do they do shit like that?
But yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah, I mean,
Nebraska is like a basketball school, and Indiana
they're blue blood now. Blue blood basketball.
Officially, so Nebraska now with being ranked in the top 5, officially a higher ranking than Creighton has ever had.
Wow, it's all about Creighton in that basketball.
Yeah, Creighton's got a good program out there.
They do.
Sure.
Is it
never made a Final
Four? All Hoiberg? What's going on here?
It's Hoiberg. It's the guys they brought in. It's the chemistry. It's like everything coming together at once.
How did they do? But they've made some noise the last couple of years, haven't they?
Last year was not a good year.
No.
Well, 2 years ago they made it. They lost in the first round.
Okay, but they had that Japanese guy, right?
Yeah.
That was the big story.
Yeah, with Tominaga.
Yeah. That tiny little guy.
There was actually people last year calling for Hoiberg to be let go.
Yeah,
not this year. He's a good
season
coach.
Is he in though?
This is season
5 or 6.
Yeah, people are not patient, man. And
no, they're really not.
You think this is something he can keep going even after? I don't know the team at all, so
I don't even know if he needs to keep this going in particular. I think he just needs to like find a level where just like,
Michigan's only got 1 loss, right?
You're competing.
But for those who don't know, Nebraska is 20-0.
First time in school history. 20-0, first time in school history ranked in the top 5. Also, I believe the longest winning streak in college basketball right now. If you go back to the
early.
Tournament.
I can't watch it because it's on Peacock, and I don't have Peacock.
Is it one of those ones that's just on Peacock, or is it also going to be on NBC?
It's not going to be on NBC on like a weekday.
What a shitty fucking thing!
They got to have some procedural going on. Maddie, I have Peacock.
Well,
and give him a password.
I don't know.
Well, I'm going to be watching it too, so I don't know.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll follow it on the internet.
You'll find it.
It sucks.
Maddie,
so bad.
I'll tell you this much: if you ever want to get Peacock, I think it's cheap. It's like $5-10 or something like that.
Yeah, with ads, it's like $5-10.
I just keep ordering stuff. Like
I know
I got the ESPN app. I got
you got
Netflix.
The new one.
Yeah, they fucked you because YouTube TV took it off.
Man, I guarantee Jake has that shit.
No, and my sister just canceled it too. She asked me if I was using it. I'm like, I haven't used it in years. And she's like, I'm canceling it. So she had it. So I'm not going to ask her now. It's not worth one silly game. I mean, I'm sure it'll be a classic, but you can also find it on YouTube. You know, people illegally put games up.
Yeah, a lot of those sites are down. All my old go-tos are down. Luckily, I have a broken Fire Stick that just somehow picks up the games too.
Those are the best.
Yeah. I dropped it one day and now it picks up a lot of games.
You know,
it's great.
It's still early in the season, but it's fun. It's going to be probably a great atmosphere. You know, it's going to be hard for Nebraska to win just because you're due for a bad game, and Michigan's tough. So
they're entering a gauntlet right now because it's Michigan, Illinois. They got UCLA in a stretch. I think they might play Michigan State again.
It's still a hell of a season, and you know you're looking to win your first tournament game ever.
That's crazy though. It's not even February. Nebraska could basically lose out and still make the tournament.
Yeah, I would say so. 20-0. They would go like 20-10, 20-12.
They might need a couple more victories, but
I think we've already matched last season's wins.
What was your record like? I remember there was a time when 20 wins was pretty good. You know, like
we made him. It took us like all season to get to 20, and then we might not even made 20 because I remember we missed out on the Big Ten tournament even.
You didn't even make the tournament.
You can't miss out on the Big Ten tournament.
Yes, you can.
I thought everybody's in the tournament.
No. There's so many teams now that you could definitely miss out on the Big Ten.
I think 2 teams don't make it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
because of all the additions, not everybody makes it?
Yeah, the bottom 2 teams don't make the tournament.
Oh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, that's bad.
They just played in the Crown.
Did they just go play each other? Or?
I don't know what they did. They did nothing, and then they just played in the Crown as their postseason.
How are people in Nebraska? Are they embraced this, or are they still
There's 2 subsets of people. Well, obviously, there's the people in Omaha that are like just Creighton fans. They probably don't love it because Creighton's not having that great of a season. But there's people that are like anything Nebraska, awesome. Which is like a lot of my family is like anything the Huskers, if they're doing good, they'll watch and they love it. Like basketball, football, all that. And then there's people that's like, it's not football, whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure there's Indiana people that are like, it's not basketball, whatever.
Are there people like Creighton fans that will root for you guys, like if you make the tournament?
There are probably some that think it's very funny and like it's kind of cool, but it's like it's real hate between
Husker fans. So it's like a Michigan State.
Because the issue there is like, so Creighton doesn't have a football team. They'll root for Nebraska football and then just turn around and shit all over Nebraska basketball.
Well, Nebraska basketball has always been a joke, so
3-1 in Creighton in the last 4.
As bad as Indiana football is, so is Nebraska basketball throughout the years.
Oh, very fair.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can't wait for tomorrow. I think we'll learn. Both teams will learn a lot tomorrow.
I hope Frager plays, but I don't think he's going to.
What's wrong with him?
He's he sprained his ankle a little bit a couple games ago.
What a wimp!
Just need some.
Well, he's a rotation guy, but he's like a cool burst of energy when he comes in. Cool, true freshman.
Little lidocaine and a kiss. He should be back out there.
You'll see our weird Dutch boys out there just slinging threes.
What are the Dutch boys?
Brinkmast is like just a weird looking guy. He looks Amish, but he's just slinging 3-pointers out there.
He's from the Netherlands?
I believe so.
Okay. Or he just looks like a Dutch
No, I believe he is from the Netherlands. I think we have 2 or 3 guys from overseas.
Okay. I've never heard Maddie, has there ever been an NBAer from the Netherlands? Was maybe Rick Schmitz?
Yeah, Rick Schmitz, the Duncan Dutchman.
Yeah, okay.
He went to the great Marist College at Poughkeepsie, New York.
Maddie, you should do trivia.
Huh?
You should do trivia.
I would kill sports trivia. I would crush.
You would. It's funny because that trivia night, what I go to, a lot of people always look at me.
Just hit me up. I'll get you all the sports ones.
Well, I can't. That's called cheating, Maddie. So I can't do that. But
if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
So a lot of it's light sports where almost like if you just read the clues, you can kind of put 2 and 2 together. But yeah, I don't know. All right, guys, we had some football.
Yes.
Over the weekend.
Oh yes.
It was 2 games that were absolutely opposite.
Yeah. One was a slug. I was
entertained greatly by both.
Were you?
They're both fun.
Oh, yeah.
I was just very frustrated with the first game.
Well, I was frustrated with
so bad.
That's what was frustrating.
The frustrating part of it is like he had moments where he looked like
that's like a backup. That's a backup.
He threw one beautiful pass and then one nice touchdown pass, and after that he was horseshit.
Also, Sean Payton. Okay, look, I'm not
dumb.
I'm not saying like I would be a great coach, but I would at least consider the incoming weather as a factor as to whether you should take points early or try and gamble.
You know what his mistake was? And he said this too before the game. He's like, we're going to run our things the way we run it under Bo Nix. And you can't do that. And he tried to run his offense. So like going for it, like it's one thing to go on 4th and a yard, but to not run it and to roll out like Stidham like he's a elite quarterback, because not many quarterbacks are going to make that conversion. Even the best are going to struggle there. He played it like Bo Nix was the quarterback. And it's like you got Stidham and you're in a defensive struggle. What are you doing, buddy? You take the points.
And when you're in
You
a game where almost all the points have to come in the first half.
yes.
I
Yeah.
don't think they thought of that. I really don't. I mean, at least Peyton
I don't
didn't.
think the weather, people saw the weather, what was going to happen. And it reminded me a lot of this is how long I go back. I'm sure Luke remembers this game, but the fog bowl, the first half, the Eagles and the Bears played, and the weather was really nice. And nobody saw the fog coming, but because the Eagles were down by like a touchdown at halftime, you couldn't see the second half and the game was over. And so once like the snow got so bad, the game was over. Once the first team to kick a field goal was going to win that game. And 3 points was a big deal that he didn't take. And again, like he was playing Stidham like he was Bo Nix. And if you're down, you got to throw it. I get it, but take the easy field goal. Take the 10-point lead.
Here's one thing I'll say about this too is this is becoming a norm in the NFL. And I think it only works to your benefit if you have a great offense.
Guys are
Where,
losing big games because of this. Ask the
yeah,
Lions 2 years ago.
yeah,
If they kick field goals, if they punted, they probably beat the 49ers. And it's like they outstink themselves, they outgamble themselves. There's nothing wrong with taking 3 points when you're winning.
yeah.
There's the Bears this year. There's nothing wrong with taking 3 points on the first drive to get yourself going. And then what did you lose by? You lost by 3 points.
That's it. I just don't
It
I
will
don't
go back.
yeah, I kind of get it, but I also am like, take the fucking put. It's like even when people go for two when they're behind a certain amount in the first
So
half,
dumb.
makes no sense because there's still a lot of scoring ahead and you
Yes.
don't know, and then you'll always lose that fucking point if you don't
Like
have it.
teams go when they're down by 14 and they score a touchdown. How many times do you see them go for two and then they don't get it? And now they're down by 8
Yeah.
and they basically put themselves in a shitty position because it's like analytics says go for it. It's dumb and look, when you lose your quarterback, it's the worst thing that can happen. Like I couldn't imagine the Josh Allen, anybody who has a starting quarterback. Like the difference between Drake May and Josh Dobbs is huge. All these Sam Darnold and Drew Lock is huge. Matt
The,
Stafford and is it Garoppolo is huge.
the
Like
issue is they were still right there, though.
you're right there. You're at home. You got to take the points there. And he thought he could play it like we're gonna do what we normally do, and you got to accept it. Stidham is Jarrett Stidham for a reason.
Yeah, it's funny how much the media really tried to hype it up too. Like, oh, they're in great hands. Sean Payton handpicked him to stay there, to be the backup
I'm
and
sure
like,
he's a good backup.
yeah, but it's a backup. That's the
He's a
problem.
backup.
And you
He's
got to
not
play him
even
like a
Nick
backup.
Foles. You
Basically,
gotta
like,
understand, Nick Foles
yeah,
had a couple good years with the Eagles. Jeff Hostetler was a very good quarterback. There's certain backups, like even the guy that's the backup from Washington State. What's his name? Yeah, Minshew has started. He's won some games. Jarrett Stidham hasn't won jack shit. He's played 4 games, and all of them are basically been in garbage, like where one team is not playing for anything. He's never really played in a meaningful game. I watched him. He's not a good backup. He's a backup, but I would say he's on the he's the middle bottom tier of backups. So as far of a starter, he would be like below a Kirk Cousins for a starter. So that's where he is as a backup. Where you have like Minshew is a good backup. Um, some guys that are good backups. Like
They have
Chad
tried to
Henne was
get
good.
Philip Rivers.
Philip, yeah, Mac Jones isn't a bad backup because if you have starting experience, it goes a long way. Stidham really didn't have any. I mean, the Patriots basically thought he would be Brady's heir apparent, and they got rid of him real fast. And I just think like Sean Payton felt like, hey, we're not going to change anything. And I get the mentality, and I get that's what winners try to do. But you also got to know it's Jarrett Stidham.
Yeah, I mean, he did some dumb fucking passes too. Oh my God. Like, I mean,
He's
like you just try to make the other team fuck up in that situation. Get your quarterback, put him on a very conservative game plan,
Yeah.
and try
he's the
to.
whole reason the Patriots even scored.
Yeah, exactly. You try to
The
hope the
page,
other team
yeah.
fucks up, and then your defense, and then you can capitalize
And
from
the
their fuck
Patriots
ups.
scored because Stidham threw the ball away on a dumb play.
Oh,
And, you know,
that was a weird play, by the way. Part of me
but it
was
was the
like,
right
that
call. It
was a
was the right call.
pass that got deflected backwards.
It fucked me over because I had a defensive touchdown bet for the
Oh
Patriots,
yeah,
and it should have been a touchdown. I don't. They didn't really blow the whistle, but then they didn't really know what to do. It's like, do we just give them the touchdown?
it's funny because
What?
most these things they let them play through. You
Yeah,
know,
it seemed like they did, and then they didn't, and then they called incomplete, and then they went back, and it was like it's a fumble, and that's again like Stidham is not a good player. He's just not. He had one nice throw. He had one nice hit to the post early. Then he had a nice touchdown pass. And after that, he was garbage. New England's got a
do we
very
think this
good
game is
run
different
D.
if Bo Nix is in?
Yeah. He makes up at least a touchdown or a 10-point difference. Absolutely.
Ugh, God, it must be.
Look,
Well,
With
New
how bad
England
Casey
got New
Dawson's look.
England lucked out like no other team lucked out because as bad as Stidham played, CJ Stroud was probably worse.
that's true.
So like they I knew the Chargers were in trouble because Herbert, I'm not a big fan of, and he was
They
hurt,
were so
and their
banged up
offensive
too.
line was fucked. And then CJ Stroud just gave the Patriots all the momentum to win that game. And then they got Jared Stidham. And I'm sure the Patriots who let Stidham go couldn't be more excited because they knew what he was about. I don't think they were scared of Jared Stidham.
I agree.
No one was
They did
scared of
play. They
Jared
did
Stidham.
play good defenses though.
Well, that's the thing is if you have a great defense, go conservative with your
I
offense.
mean, look what the Broncos did too. They only gave a touchdown, a 15-yard touchdown. I mean, they started at the 15-yard line. So they only really gave up 3 points the whole game. So like,
They should
and
just ran the ball the rest of the game, not even
that
pass.
turnover's on Stidham.
Yep.
So the thing about the Patriots, though, what they got to say is like, as lucky as we're getting, we just got to figure out to win one more game. Now it's going to be a lot tougher, but any given Sunday, right, to win one more game.
All right, well, let's talk about Rams Seahawks.
Yeah.
Man, I was really, the thing with the Seahawks, if you can't get to Darnold and rattle him, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Because,
If he's clean, he's like slinging that thing.
Well, I feel like he's
yeah,
getting better. His confidence is getting better. And I feel like the Seahawks have gotten better. It's almost like they're peaking as the season is going along. They're getting better.
But they
Like
were
from where
already on the top.
But from where they were when the Rams should have beat them just a couple weeks ago to where they are now, it's like insane. I mean, they're just becoming like juggernauts. And where they were winning a lot of games early in the season, they weren't winning as convincingly as they're doing now. I mean, it still felt like they won by like 10, 13 points. It never seemed like they had the game was very close, but it also seemed like they were always in control.
Yeah, it
And
felt like every time the Rams were starting them out a comeback, the Seahawks always had to answer.
they had a
yeah,
counterpunch,
I mean, that
yes.
just shows you, like, Darnold didn't get rattled. I don't know if it was a lot of
No.
that home field advantage.
I mean, the first half of the Rams game, the last one, he threw a pick six. He had a couple picks. He looked like the same old Darnold in a big game, and he's figuring it out. And they're just peaking right now. And I don't know how New England's gonna win, but again, they just got to win one more game.
Well, Maddie was the brunt of me bitching about Sean McVay. There was a
Yeah,
few. I'm like, when that guy fumbled that first punt, get him the fuck out of the game. They've had problems with their
yeah,
special teams all year. Just get him
Especially
out.
the
Sorry if
house.
you're going to have bad field position. Just
sure.
it's not worth it. Okay. So the guy
Yeah,
fucks up again, basically gives them a touchdown. There was another, like, and this wasn't a big deal because it didn't really matter in the end, but he tried to get that fourth down conversion towards the end of the game, which failed again. Instead of kicking a field
mhm,
goal, if they kicked a field goal, then they could possibly get within range. And
yeah.
that last second, if they would have got out of bounds, that was close, but it was still about 10 yards short or so of legitimately trying to field goal. But another like fourth down conversion I didn't agree with, but there was some bad mismanagement. Uh,
Yeah, I don't know if it was his best day. I just felt like Seattle was always playing kind of, they were on all cylinders. And Kenneth Walker is probably the most underrated running back in the league. And Darnold, you're waiting for him to have a Darnold type of game in the clutch, and he's killing it.
Do
And
you
he matched, I don't think Stafford did anything wrong. That punt fumble is like a huge turnover,
yeah,
and it's
well
one extra touchdown for Seattle.
yeah, when the margins in these games are so close, when teams like the Seahawks and Rams are so close in like skill and matchup, special teams and how bad the Rams are on special teams makes all the difference.
it does. They had fired their coordinator earlier in the year and weren't able to get any better
No.
since then. But it just shows you how you have to be good in all facets of the game,
Yes.
and it's just too bad because Stafford's only got a few more years
He's
if he even wants to continue playing.
I don't
So
know, he's still like playing at an MVP caliber
yeah, I think he probably will end up being the league MVP this year too.
because
Um,
it's not like when Peyton Manning or Drew Brees or those guys were like starting to get done
But
where
it's
you could
also
really
how much
tell.
wear and tear can your body take, you
No,
know?
Manning fell off a cliff and then
Yeah,
was
Manning was off a cliff.
uplifted by that defense. I mean,
Yeah,
basically, Jared Stidham could have led that team to a Super Bowl that year,
probably.
his last year. But yeah, I don't know. It just sucks. But
I
also, this is like McDonald's second year.
Yep.
He's like the Kirk Cignetti now of the
Yeah.
NFL. He's got a brand new, he had his first year with Darnold, so he had a new quarterback, other players. I forget
I'm
that.
reading all the people who are tweeting that what a mistake it was to take Sam Darnold. I'll let Geno Smith go too. And
I
they
think I
also
have
let
a
go.
Sam. I think I have a Sam Darnold fun fact. I only did a little bit of research, so I don't know if it's
Yeah,
100% true.
sure.
I believe Sam Darnold is the first quarterback from his draft class to make a Super Bowl.
That is correct. And that's a very good draft class.
So before Josh Allen, before Lamar
Lamar
Jackson,
Jackson and the great Josh Rosen.
yeah, was Jordan Love in that class too?
No, no, I don't think so.
I think you're right. I think Jordan Love was the 2020 class.
Jordan Love is drafted a lot later, like 2020 or something.
By the
Yeah,
way, who is that? Emanwari? Was that the guy that was everywhere last night for the Seahawks? That
I think
nickel.
Defensive
so.
player?
Yeah, a defensive player. God, this guy was a freak. He was everywhere, and he has got these big long arms too, and he's just
Yeah.
deflecting every pass and getting all the right
Oh,
tackles and stuff.
and fucking JSN is just a killer out there.
Yeah, they got some monsters out there. You got some big boys on the line, some good cornerbacks.
Yeah, it
Man,
was.
I want
And
Darnold to win
Jackson
a ring.
Smith Najima, yes. Absolute stud. And they let go of DJ Metcalf. And we kind of saw what he was all about this year. I mean, he almost cost Pittsburgh his craziness trying to fight a fan or whatever happened that day.
Yeah, well, we'll see if JSN turns into the diva. I think so far he's not looking like he's going that route. I guess one good hit will make you could change everything, but
Yeah.
Are Ohio State receivers really divas? I don't.
I don't think any of them
All receivers are
happen
demons.
yet.
Well, I think so, but like I don't hear about it the same way you hear about like
LSU guys.
LSU receivers or Ole Miss receivers or Florida
Yeah.
guys.
Well, I will say this is probably like what, like a 4 or 5 year phenomenon for them. So
Yeah.
maybe as we continue, we'll see.
You come
Yeah,
in humble and then you start to lose it.
Yeah, you come in humble, then you do great, then you get hit in the head a few too many times, and then you're being arrested for murder later on,
Yeah.
or attempted murder in Antonio Brown's case. So yeah, do we have some Super Bowl predicciones?
I mean,
I want
right
Donald to win
now,
one so bad.
I think Seattle wins. I mean, I haven't really looked at it. I will look at it, but I mean, just right now, it would be very hard for New England to win. However, they won in 2001 when they shouldn't have won with a second-year quarterback who wasn't even touted as high as Drake May was. And so Vrabel was on that team. So he's going to sell his guys like nobody believes in us. We can do it. And I think Seattle's a really good championship team, but I don't think they're like an absolute juggernaut. They're peaking for sure.
Okay.
But New England, this will be by far the toughest team they've played in the playoffs by far.
I am hoping and I am praying for a repeat of last year's Super Bowl, except the Seahawks are the Eagles and the Patriots are the Chiefs.
So
I mean, the other thing too is 10 years ago, it was only 10 years ago that Malcolm Butler made that interception
yeah,
on Russell Wilson.
I
And
was
a lot of Seahawks fans, even though no players are the same, they'll want the revenge.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I was looking through their schedules and it looked like, and it's not going to be exactly it, right? But off of a quick glance, it looked like Seattle had beaten about 6 playoff teams when New England had beaten about 3. The strength of schedule was a little
Yeah.
different between the two.
And New England, I don't even know if they beat a playoff team in the playoffs. I guess Houston is. I mean, Denver is, but like again, what would Denver's record be? Stidham started every game for.
Yeah.
I mean, he is not good. I'm telling you.
No.
I know it's a tough spot, but he didn't do any favors for. That's a game where you can get a contract. You can, get some big money. You can maybe even start somewhere
Yeah.
if you make a nice run.
Could be
But
the new Geno Smith.
yeah, but he showed exactly who he was.
Yeah. And it was not good. He'll probably go
At the
back into
time, the number one quarterback coming out of high school, though, years ago.
Yeah, they all are. And then they
Yeah, that's true.
start playing against faster people,
Yeah.
smarter people.
And ask Kate Klubnik.
I don't know. I could see this. I could see the Seahawks kind of just nudging further and further away as this game goes
I just
on.
feel like the Patriots have the storyline aspect to it.
They kind of do. And that's the thing.
What are
They
you
only got to
predicting,
win
Jim?
one
But
more.
they just keep getting fucking lucky, and they keep like some weird magic horseshoe shit happens, and the Patriots are gonna win, and I'm gonna be miserable because I fucking hate the Patriots.
Maddie, are you still a Patriots fan? Are you still
Yeah, not as
okay?
much as I used to be.
Right, but you'll be happy in the heart if the Patriots win, right?
Sure.
Okay.
But I can understand America's discontent with them.
Well, sure. I mean, they're a winner, you know.
I
If
think
they
It's
people were
also
looking for them to like have a good 10, 15 year lull, like where they like now you get to see what everybody else
right.
plays.
I
And immediately 5 years back, they're back in the mountaintop.
well, I was gonna say I think it's very funny that everyone's like, thank God we don't have to see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl this year. Oh
Yeah,
wait,
now you have to
back to
pay
the
for it.
Patriots.
You know that both teams were 60-1 at the beginning of the season to make the Super Bowl.
I wonder what the matchup was.
Interesting stat.
Wow.
Did you guys see the conspiracy theories on the poster at the start of the season in September?
On the
No.
poster, no, Jim.
So the
enlighten us.
NFL like preseason poster of everything getting ready. At the very back of the poster, like near the Lombardi Trophy and whatnot, that's off in the distance. It's
Yeah.
Drake May and Sam Darnold standing next to each other. The furthest two players.
Wow. That's it. We'll be
So
paying attention
it's
next year.
big NFL rigged energy.
Oz the Mentalist predicted Denver and Seattle.
He
Yes.
did.
Yeah.
When did he predict that?
I think the beginning
Like
of the preseason.
like early like July.
Oh, he really did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He got close.
yeah.
Jarrett's didn't
That is
fuck that
close.
up.
Jesus. If he's good, he would have predicted
It
Bo
was weird
Nix's
too that
ankle
the
injury.
line opened up at 5.5, and then it got down to about 4. And everybody's like, this Stiddy can play. You guys are sleeping on this Stiddy. He sucked.
Well, honestly, if he
Maybe
didn't have
covered
that
them.
one stupid play, they would have won,
Yeah.
And
Or they kicked
so
some field goals.
they're right. I mean, you just don't expect a vet, even though he is not as experienced as other people, to just
He
do
only
some
played
shit
4
like that.
games.
Right. Yeah. True.
And I think 2 or 3 of them were like when the season was over.
He's a preseason stud, though, Matty.
So you guys are both picking the Patriots to win.
No, I'm picking
I'm picking the Seahawks, but I would not be surprised if the Patriots something wild happened, just like in 2001. It's very 2001 where, and granted, the Rams were better than the Seahawks. I think the Patriots were better than this Patriots team, but it's closer and anything can happen. Like Patriots offense will be better. They're playing against a much better
The
offense,
Patriots
though.
offense really hasn't looked that great the entire playoffs, in my
No, they
opinion.
haven't. I mean, look, CJ Stroud helped them out a lot, and the Chargers were not equipped to be in the playoffs. They had no offensive line, and Herbert had a giant cast on his hand.
What's the spread right now?
I think 4. Let me take a look.
4, I think 4.5 Seahawks.
Right now,
How are you guys going to bet this if you had to bet just the team?
I'm looking at it right now. I mean, I usually don't look until about a couple days before.
Sure, it's going to shift.
Because I just want to marinate but looking at the line right now, which is wild to see because I never thought these two teams would begin at like week 8. It's 4.5, and the over/under is 45.5. That's a very low over/under. Like I was saying,
I might take the under.
Now, crazy the season's been. I was like, week 5 or 6. I'm like, the Chiefs are gonna end up beating the Colts, and neither of them even made the playoffs. The whole season shifted. Did you know that the Patriots lost week 1 to the Raiders at home?
I wonder what their odds were after week 1.
I listened to some Boston media stuff. They were calling Drake May a bust after week 1. They were like, he's got to start earning shit around here. He don't look good. This is his second year. We don't see anything. I mean, that's what they were saying. And they barely beat the Dolphins in week 2. And so there's that. But they just got better. Vrabel's a great coach. And that's why Sean McDermott got fired. Because in 1 year, a real coach got the Patriots in the Super Bowl, and the Bills haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah, but I guess it's more to your point that sometimes you just need a change because he wasn't really like he was getting there.
I agree. I'm saying, I mean, people are like, how do you fire this? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, look what the Patriots did in 1 year.
Because the Titans did it. Like the Titans fired him.
He did good for the Titans, and it's a lot harder to win with the Titans. He got him to the AFC Championship game.
Nobody remembers the Titans.
So he got him 3 years in the playoffs and 1 year to the championship game with Ryan Tannehill, where they were winning at halftime versus the Chiefs. So he did a hell of a job there. He did as good as you can do in Tennessee. Remember, there's more resources, more money in New England. They spent a lot of money on that defense.
So does New England have the best ranked offense this year? Am I reading this?
No, I don't think so. It's got to be the Rams or this.
I don't know. This is like a deep thing I'm looking at.
I'm thinking of the Rams. But
the Rams have the number 1 scoring offense. Look, though, I think the difference and I don't remember what the Rams were when they played the Patriots in the Super Bowl during the Patriots upset. But I think the difference is Seattle's like the top.
And that was a 14-point
Seattle's
spread.
like the second best defense in the league.
Yeah,
and
that
I
was
think
a
that's the
14-point
difference here. Is you're going to get a suffocating defense that is going to try to rattle Drake May. And if they do, if they can hold him, then Darnold's going to play loose and free because he doesn't, he's not going to have to score. But even this
he's
game
going
right
up against a good defense too.
Yeah,
don't underestimate the Pats D.
I'm not.
They've been fantastic.
They have a pretty good D too, but like their D's like it's like 10th or 11th compared to Seattle's. So, not saying it's not going to be tight, but I don't know. I will say this is my prediction. Seahawks by 10.
That could very well be.
I feel like there's like a lot of Super Bowls just end up being blowouts in this kind of situation.
Yeah. Seahawks 27, Patriots 13.
Wow. So you went like
that's
Drake May touchdowns.
Drake May throws 2 interceptions.
I can see that too. Yeah. So Jim and I are predicting
and has
a big
1 sack fumble.
Maddie, are you gonna have a little closer point total?
Next week I'll give you my prediction.
Okay.
I could very easily also see it like I could very easily see it be like Seahawks 10, Patriots 3.
I got to put it through the noggin and see what computes out.
I can see either one of these teams, like neither team scoring more than 10, and I could very easily believe that.
I think there's going to be scoring. I can feel it because the weather ain't going to be shit this week. So,
but that substation.
The substation that is on. Maddie, have you heard of this? The substation theory for the 49ers.
What?
The substation theory. Have you heard of this?
No, what's that?
This is, how the 49er players keep getting injured every fucking year?
Yeah.
So one theory that's floating around, and John Lynch himself is not ruling anything out at this point, and even said so addressing this exact theory, is because they have these power stations that are underground, like at their practice facility and at their stadium. The EMFs, the electronic.
So how's that good for the Super Bowl? It's going to be there. It's not good.
Well, it's just one day though.
Yeah.
Whereas these guys are practicing at these places. Yeah, they're all the time there. So I wouldn't expect a bunch of injuries from both teams just for one day. But the practice field. So this is very, very funny. This is very tinfoil hatty, but it's also like there's no real studies. I've met people who believe in this stuff, the EMF, the electronic magnetic field harms you. Did you guys ever watch Better Call Saul?
Yeah. Oh yeah, his brother.
His brother believed in that. I worked at a hotel where there was some like pumps and stuff next to a room, and this lady insisted on being moved because she's sensitive to the EMFs. So, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of funny, and but people are taking it seriously. But there's no real studies on it at all.
I got to pee, boys. I'll be right back.
All right.
It'd be wild if they actually do something about it.
Well, first you'd have to determine that that's actually the problem.
Yeah.
I don't know how they would study it. I don't think that there is. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to pay somebody.
You can study how it what it's doing. I don't know how you would come to the conclusion or study to find out, are these EMF signals or is this power station causing injuries, like actual physical injuries?
Well, I think first of all, you'd have to prove that they're actually injured at a much higher rate, as opposed to we know some of their big key players that always get injured each year. So they say they're saying it's affecting the soft tissue, like the cartilage and ligaments and stuff like that, which is why everybody's ripping ACLs and shoulder joints and things like that. But
are they new?
What's that?
What did you have to look at for the last 10 years?
I don't remember.
Well, I would say this. First of all, you'd have to prove that they have more injury. It's I would look at it as when people get more injuries on artificial fields compared to that.
Yeah.
they can kind of look at that and at least make an anecdotal
It's
assessment.
also they've been around there for 11 years, so you got to look at the last 11 years
Yeah,
too.
and you got to say you got to prove that there's a higher rate of these injuries there. That's where you start, and
Hmm.
then you can kind of go from there.
I mean, George Kittle gets hurt everywhere he goes. He gets hurt on the road.
Well, I think the idea is that it doesn't have to happen there. That when you're
Yeah,
there, your ligaments and things are being affected from spending too much time around these things, and then you can get injured anywhere because your shit's weaker. I guess that's the theory.
That's
I
the
don't know.
theory.
I don't know
I
if they'll
mean, you
actually
can't
go.
single out anything, but they were definitely the snake bitten team. There's usually a team that has a lot of injuries that's a good team.
Yeah.
They happen to be it this year.
Well,
But
they've
if
been in a
next
few
year it happens
years, even
again,
though they kind of overcome it sometimes. Like
yeah,
this year, they overcame it, and were able to make the
sure.
playoffs.
They
But
got as far as they could go, but that to really take, you need Fred Warner, you
yeah,
need Kittle, you need a couple other guys, Trent, the big offensive linemen, um, who are three of the main guys that were hurt. So, and then Purdy was out for a while, but there's always a team that hits injuries and
yeah.
that kind of ruins their season. I mean,
So
look at
there's
the
some,
Broncos.
yeah. I don't know. It's just a funny crackpot theory.
I mean,
Again,
the
I
NFL
don't.
is such a violent sport.
Yeah.
You're dealing with injuries all the time.
Again, firstly, they would have to show the actual stats of these injuries compared to other teams' injuries, like if
Yes.
it actually is more or
And the
just
last
yeah.
10 years of the
Yeah. Over
49ers.
over the last 10 years, and then like I think we see the big names getting hurt, the Bosas, the Kittles, the Warners, but the McCaffreys,
It's
whatever.
also sometimes like when you have trainers, how they stretch guys out,
Oh yeah, that's
what
big too.
that's another thing. And sometimes you got to get a new, staff of, trainers and what they think is the best way to train or practice and whatnot.
I do remember Kobe Bryant had like this personal trainer lady that was like a holistic person, and he
Hmm.
like rips his rotator cuff, and she's like, he needs bone broth. And it's
Well,
like,
look at Tom
no, he
Brady and
needs
that Eddie
HGH. That's
Guerrero. I mean, Tom Brady and the guy that everybody hated,
sure,
that
sure.
Belichick hated.
I think sometimes though, it just comes down to taking steroids and
Alex
drugs to
Guerrero, not
tone
Eddie
it.
Guerrero.
Alex, yeah, Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Juicy news. There's a lot of juicy outside the field stuff going on this
Ooh.
week. The FBI has launched an investigation on the death of Jim Irsay.
I heard, yeah. It sounds like he had a doctor like Michael Jackson's doctor.
Exactly. So yeah, he had been addicted to these things before. He had kicked it, but then apparently had a relapse. So they're trying
Yeah.
to see if he had been given pain pills when he shouldn't have been given pain pills and ketamine too. God, this guy went
Yeah.
out a champ.
That was giving him everything.
Yeah, right. That's like gonna be like me when I'm 88.
I mean, that's the
Ah!
thing too. It's like they'll always find corrupt doctors.
Yes,
It's like who's gonna give it to them? And then if something happens, fucked.
I know. Jim and I are now looking for a corrupt doctor to
Yeah.
Now I'll go
fill
to
all
Kevin.
of our needs. Also, speaking of drugs, we have the former Olympic snowboarder Ryan Wedding.
Did he get arrested or is
He
he
was a
still wanted?
He's arrested. He was
If
arrested in Mexico. This guy basically, Cash Patel, the Honorable Cash Patel,
yeah.
who, if he's looking at you, means his eyes are all the way to the left, means he says this is like the El Chapo of our generation.
And he was in the X Games.
So he was in the X Games. He was in the Winter Olympics for Canada. Snowboarder did not medal, but still, like they showed him being led away. This guy's a big dude. He's like 6'3" and buff as shit. Like he was about a head taller than
Well, that's
everybody.
the
But
wild thing about these stories, though, because like I watched a documentary called Quarterback Cocaine Kingpin, and then the guy played. He wasn't even a quarterback at USC. I was like, oh my God, this guy was at USC. And he was a kingpin. He was a walk-on tight end or some shit. And
oh,
see,
didn't
I'm
we
sure they'll
cover that
turn it
on
into
here?
like The
Yeah,
X Games cartel guy.
right. Well, that's what this guy was. He recently made it to the FBI's top 10 most wanted. This
Yeah.
is definitely something they were probably orchestrating so they could divert from not releasing more Epstein files. I'm
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
very, very convinced of that.
Yeah.
Every time
Um,
Paul Patel opens his mouth, I'm just more convinced.
I don't know why they're so obsessed with keeping drugs out of this country. We want them.
Well, not cocaine.
So
We do. It's
also,
Take
great.
it from
Maddie,
me. Take it from me. I'm done, man.
also to call
Benny,
someone
you
the
did
El
I
that
was only
Chapo
doing
worthless shit.
marijuana.
I'm talking about real drugs.
to call someone the El Chapo of this generation, isn't El Chapo the El Chapo of this generation?
Yeah, it wasn't like that long ago that El Chapo was finally
No,
brought in.
wasn't
This
even like five
guy,
or six ago.
they're clearly puffing it up a lot more than just to make themselves look like it's a big win, which is like okay. Whenever they get these guys too, there's just somebody else filling in. It's not like all the drugs have stopped. Somebody else is just going to step in and make all that sweet cocaine money.
Damn right.
I want to make sweet cocaine money.
I was talking about this with my girlfriend that it would be. I don't think I could be a drug kingpin just because of the responsibility and the logistics.
I'm sure it'll make a great Netflix documentary.
There's already like some good documentaries on YouTube. You can check it out if you're interested. It's pretty fascinating. This
Yeah, I'm
guy,
sure.
I mean, it's great.
How did he get involved?
I don't quite remember the full story. Maybe we'll find a definitive one and sort of cover
Yeah.
it. Maybe even for next week. I don't know
That
because
would
we're
be a good
gonna have
No,
off-season thing too.
yes, or an off-season one. We'll be searching for those. That definitely
I'll look.
we'll do a deep dive on this guy soon enough. Don't worry about that. That's for sure. But it is still fascinating when these dudes are like insane. We had sad news. We had a former NFL player murdered in a homeless encampment in LA. Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, you
I
play
did
on the
not hear about
Rams.
Yeah,
that.
Kevin
Eagles.
Johnson. He had made 17
Yeah.
million during his career. Some say that he had suffered from a lot of people are speculating he had CTE. People close to him, he had CTE, which caused him to kind of go homeless essentially.
Yeah.
And then that's your fate when you're in one of those homeless encampments. There's no protection for you. So it's very sad and it's shitty. Like I don't know how they still go homeless because
When I go through those neighborhoods, I haven't been through them in a while, but it is scary.
you
Like
don't
people
want
look like zombies.
you don't want to grab a tarp and move
No,
in.
thanks. They just look like
Free rent.
zombies. It looks like a zombie movie.
It really does.
That's in a good case. That's in the best case scenario because that
That's
means
all.
they're
That's also like middle of the day. At night,
yeah
it's like
Oh
a
man.
fucking different horror movie.
yeah.
I
That's
think
called
even like
sundowning.
police don't even want to go there. It's
No,
just kind of let them feed for themselves
it's
and
martial law in
yeah.
those places. There's nowhere to put them, so they don't quite
No.
know how to handle it.
Yeah.
Also, I believe NFL players are supposed to get a pretty good pension, at least like 5 grand a month. I believe that's what OJ had. So it's just sad, and pensions can't be touched either. So
Yeah.
this guy might have been really mentally bad.
Well, drugs are
Drugs
bad.
too. Yeah, who knows? I mean, I'm sure we'll get a full report later on, but this is like,
May he
uh,
rest in peace.
it just sucks to hear these things. These guys
Hmm.
that do so well for themselves and then just get kind of
Hmm.
spit back out, and this is their fate. The Ravens have hired defensive coordinator from the Chargers, Jesse Minter.
Do you feel like the Ravens are like kicking themselves for like waiting to fire Harbaugh because they probably could have gotten McDonald?
Um, what do you mean?
Like if they would
They
have let
probably
Harbaugh go 2 years ago, they would have had McDonald right there.
They could have had. Oh, you mean? But they could have got him this year if they wanted.
No, but like he was in house for the Ravens.
Oh, you mean Mike McDonald? I'm thinking
Mike
McDaniel.
McDonald. Yeah, yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Well, okay. So both of those guys' trajectories came through Michigan. So if anybody wants to fuck with the Connor Stallions shit and say it's all signs, those were our defensive coordinators, Mike McDonald and Jesse Minter, two guys that hosts the best defense, some of the best defenses in the league, and are now head coaches everywhere. One's going to a Super Bowl.
now it's like a trend too. It's like you learn, you do defense with Harbaugh, you go to the Super Bowl, so they're trying to catch lightning in a bottle the way Seattle did.
Absolutely. I think Buffalo should have hired him. I think they could have just retained Joe
I
Brady
agree.
to run the offense and keep that going. The offense is not a problem for them. Maybe retool some of the roster, get some more receivers because obviously Coleman will not be back with them. It would be funny if they just kept him. You had to report. Yeah, this is awkward, guys. I'm sorry, it's awkward. But yeah, it's a good move. I love Jesse Minter. He's a fucking great mind, and hopefully he does well there. What do you guys feel about the Ravens now? They got this guy Jesse Minter. I know you want to see how they start out, but
I like getting a young, energetic guy in there. I think it's a good hire.
yeah,
There's a rumor they're going to trade
change.
Lamar Jackson to the Raiders for the #1 pick. That's kind of a rumor.
Really?
That's a rumor.
I haven't heard that rumor. Jim, have you heard that rumor?
I have not, and I also don't know who you're going to get that's better than Lamar Jackson.
Obviously, you'd just be getting Mendoza.
Otherwise, start over with Mendoza.
Yeah.
So you should just turn it down and just doing a rebuild.
I guess. I don't know. It's just a rumor.
Ravens are one of those teams that's really close. Like
it's probably not going to happen. It's just a rumor.
Yeah.
I see it like I think they give Lamar, they do 1 or 2 more years with Lamar at least. I'm sure the injury bug is going to start hitting him at some point too if he, because half of his game is running.
He's changed his game a little bit though.
What's that?
He's changed his game a little bit though, where he's not taking nearly as many hits.
Right, but we'll see. I don't know. I think you get so many years as a head coach, you get so many years as a quarterback. We'll see. Mike McCarthy to the Steelers. Steeler fans must be excited. What a sexy pickup that is.
He's a Pittsburgh guy, but I'm not a fan.
I feel like the Steelers, don't they usually hire younger guys though?
Not this time.
They normally don't have to hire a lot of guys. They've had like 5 coaches their whole existence.
This is the 4th coach.
Didn't they got Tomlin when he was young.
Well, he was already there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was there, but this is the 4th coach in like 60 years, I think.
Right.
But they'll have to have another one. Like, best case scenario, he's there for what, 10 years at best?
No, I'll be there 5 years. He's 62.
They're gonna have to fire his ass. I mean, like, I remember even when he was in Dallas, he's like after his first year, he's like, "Oh yeah, I gotta brush up. I think the game kind of got past me a little bit." Like, I don't think he's really that into it.
I do love that he's reunited with Aaron Rodgers.
Well, Aaron might retire.
Yeah, we still don't know if he's coming back. I mean, maybe this is. I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't know what they saw that would make. I mean, apparently the players loved him. The team loved him. They all want him to come back. I don't know how far they expect to go if he does come back, but
yeah, there's a ceiling.
I did see one Philly fan on Twitter. They said the Steelers didn't like their head coach named Mike, who last won a Super Bowl in 2011 and hasn't done anything relevant since then. So they go get a head coach named Mike, who last made the Super Bowl in 2011 and hasn't done anything since then.
Yeah, it's true.
It's brutal. Like, if I would, suppose something happened to Dan Campbell and they hired Mike McCarthy, I just would be done with the Lions. I would be so fucking done.
It just doesn't inspire excitement.
No, it's just like you're not a serious. And the Steelers are a great organization too.
But he's a local guy, and he's just there isn't a lot of. There's not a lot of guys out there.
He came out of a pussy in Pittsburgh. That's it. Who gives a shit?
Okay, fair enough.
Hey, he won a Super Bowl.
Yep. With Aaron Rodgers, though, in his prime.
Right.
He should have had
25 years ago.
I mean, he should have had more with Aaron Rodgers in his prime.
He should have. That's why he wasn't the coach of the Packers anymore. I mean, dude.
And they had a bad breakup, him and Aaron Rodgers. So.
Oh, God, what a fucking. Unless this is a ploy to tank or something, I don't know. Like, I don't think McCarthy would be like. I think he'll keep you at a certain win total.
I mean, that's what he did with the Cowboys.
Right.
He was like always decent.
He'll be like 8-9 or some shit.
He'll be all right.
but no one is fucking excited for this.
I was gonna say like the Steelers were always making the playoffs and getting bounced. Well, that's what McCarthy's been doing forever.
Yeah.
He'll get you to the playoffs and then you'll get bounced.
God, it's brutal. Mike McDaniel, now officially the Chargers offensive coordinator. I think this sounds fun.
It does. I also like the combination of like him in a room with Harbaugh. Like aside from football,
he's not a head coach.
What do you think those guys even have in common at all?
Nothing.
He would start talking about rap music, and Harbaugh will just want to talk about football.
They probably like football. They probably both love football, is it? But he's not a head coach, and he would be doing a team a disservice because he doesn't know how to get discipline out of his guys. And he didn't do a good job in Miami. He did a very poor job.
Everyone's done a poor job in Miami, though.
True. I do have faith in the new guy, though.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that guy last week. Yeah. How do you say his name?
There's so many jobs. It's just like, and there's still like 4 jobs that are open.
Jim, how do you say that guy's last name?
Your guess is good.
He's the Packers defensive coordinator. Is that what he was this year?
Yes.
Are you excited about this guy?
Sure, could be. We'll see. The one thing I'm excited about as a Dolphins fan is that we finally got rid of Greer as our GM.
Okay.
So maybe we're on the up and up. But this Super Bowl is just extremely frustrating. The Patriots have had a dynasty, gone under that dynasty, come back for another dynasty, gone under, and now they're back in the Super Bowl since the Dolphins have last won a playoff game. I think they're the longest streak right now.
What's that?
Yeah, I think they're the longest too.
I think they're the longest streak of not winning a playoff game.
Oh wow. So we still have 4 teams looking for a coach: the Cardinals, Raiders, Browns, and Bills. Obviously,
Phillip
if you're
Rivers,
the Bills at this point, who is your best option?
Phillip Rivers. He interviewed. Damn.
No, he pulled himself out of it. He's like, fuck that.
I wish more crazy people, like more wackos, I want wackos to apply for these jobs.
Well, apply, Jim. What's stopping you?
I'm not an NFL guy. I'll apply to a UFL job.
Don't worry, XFL. He's already made it clear he's not an NFL guy.
I'm not an NFL guy.
He's him and Cignetti. The two names they can't just bring into the league, unfortunately.
McDermott to the Cardinals, maybe? I think that'd be a good hire.
Out of the Browns. He's going to instill culture, but he's never going to take you as far as he can because
but he'll if you're a bad team, he'll
instill culture. Exactly.
Yeah, he'll instill culture and increase your floor.
You go from coaching one Pro Bowl quarterback to another Pro Bowl quarterback in Shedeur Sanders. Congratulations to Shedeur for being named a Pro Bowler today.
He was not.
He was. Yeah. He is. He's replacing Drake May, I believe.
That's silly.
And
I think Matty. I think like 3 or 4 people ahead of him declined.
Matty, he passed for 1,400 yards, threw 7 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. You put some respect on his name, please.
Well, Mac Jones made it one year, and that was bad, but that's just silly.
It'll get eyeballs.
Yep.
You'll get all the Shedeur fans.
Yeah, who's in contention for that? I forget who's in contention for that Bills job. Someone has sort of become a front runner, but it
seems like kind of a tip there. Like if you like all the press conferences and whatnot, it made me feel like the Bills didn't really have a plan.
Well, they clearly didn't. Also, they had to wait till the playoff outcome to fire him. I think they should have immediately went for John Harbaugh. But they didn't. So he went to the Giants. I don't know if he would have even considered it, but I think you sort of needed a name, a name that like someone like a Vrabel or like a Harbaugh, someone who's had success in recent times, but maybe fell on it, had a bad year or two. just maybe due to rosters or just whatever, and someone who could come back in and be refreshed and pick that team right back up. So at this point, I really don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, I got nothing for the Bills.
And I don't think anybody wants to coach Cleveland at all. I feel like
no, it's got to be the biggest shit show, dude. Like, what is that quarterback room? Like, they'll still have Deshaun, right?
Yeah, I don't even know how long that contract's for. I know it was.
They got Watson, they got Sanders. Like, what are they? They have seemingly a really good defense in pieces that you would expect to be good on offense. But what are you doing at quarterback?
What if Deshaun Watson just came back in old form and just started?
Oh my God, it'd be hilarious.
But I mean, that's why I feel bad for Stefanski. I mean, he was just left with shit. I mean, there's a lot of other good pieces on that roster, but just if you got a quarterback room with Dylan Gabriel and Shadur Sanders and Joe Flacco, you're just really not going to go that far.
And Joe Flacco's your best option.
Right. Easily. Oh. I don't know if you guys heard about the big brawls in Eastern Kentucky middle school games.
I have not, but this is something that definitely piques my interest.
Oh yeah.
What age middle school?
You
talking junior high games?
Yeah, I mean it's middle school, so you're talking like 6 through.
I've heard it.
6 through 8.
8th, is that what middle school is?
It's different everywhere.
Yeah, but basically, they just have all these brawls all the time, and the parents get involved, and then people get tased, and then nobody even thinks twice about it, and then they all go back out the next week and do it again.
I love it. These are my kind of people.
I wish I had more, but the article I was referring to, I'm now suddenly paywalled on it. So
there needs to be footage of this.
Apologies. Yeah. Maybe we'll do a deep dive on that as well. All right, guys.
I promise you, I will do a deep dive on this and report back next week.
All right. Eastern Kentucky middle school brawls, basket brawls, baby.
Got it.
You guys got anything to chip in on this show here?
You guys see fucking Alex Hornell climb that building in Taiwan?
Yeah, that was insane. I can't even watch that shit. I just see the ending. He's like standing on the very top. And they only paid him like middle 6 figures to do this.
$500,000.
Right, which is not nothing, but like
you're risking your life.
Yeah, you're dead. You could, but apparently for as way as like bouldering and rock climbing go, it's actually an easy thing because each section is just boom, 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 and then the thing is you just got to do it. He did it in an hour and a half. So, Maddie, did you watch that guy climbing that building?
No, but I'll check it out. I see it's on Netflix.
Did you ever watch Free Solo?
I can't watch that.
I'm afraid of heights, so that shit freaks me out.
Yeah, Alex Hornell is a wild human being.
Oh, was that him from that movie? Okay, I remember that movie.
The same guy.
Okay. I did watch the UFC over the weekend, and I had a great time watching the main event. It was Patty Pimberton or Pimbleton?
Patty Pimblett?
Pimbleton. Pimblet? I don't know. And then Justin Gaethje, which is, I don't know how you get the pronunciation of his name, but they beat the shit out of each other. And
that was awesome.
And Patty got it worse, but just kept coming. Every time you thought he's knocked out, he just kept coming. I'm like, if somebody swang and missed me, just the velocity of the air hitting my face would have made me go, nah, I'm done. I'm good.
I love brawls like that where they're just swinging on each other.
Yeah, and it's like they were painful. I mean, these were not nothing punches, and God, Patty was just bloody to shit. But I'm slowly starting to get back into UFC, and now UFC, by the way, is free if you have Paramount now.
Yeah, it's all Paramount Plus. No pay-per-views or nothing.
Yeah, so no pay-per-views. So if you're ever interested in that stuff, Maddie, you don't like fighting, do you?
Yeah.
That was I remember
stand up because my back hurts.
Oh, okay.
I remember when WWE went to that model too.
I think it's smart because otherwise, you're going to make way more fans because you're going to have a broader reach. You're going to get money without having to fuck with all the piracy and all that shit too. You can run all the ads you want, not like that stop pay-per-views anyways. But yeah, you have a lot of time in between fights, so just run those fucking ads. And that's it. That's
Damn
it,
right.
baby. Yeah. Maddie, anything to drop on us?
I'm
before
looking
we
to get out of here, as a matter of fact.
You got to take a dump? What are you doing? You
No,
don't
I
like,
just got to take a dog out for a little walk.
you
He's
don't want
getting
to
a
hang
little
out with
antsy.
us? All right, man. Well,
No, that's all right. But I'll be back next week.
all right, guys.
You better
Jimmy.
be.
All right. Any XFL?
This
Anything?
time next week, I'll have my birthday. I'll be 33.
Happy birthday.
33.
32.
32.
Damn. Happy birthday, brother.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you
Great
next
age.
week for another exciting edition of the Sports Hole.
Sports Hole.